welcome to your restorative rest practice. Today's practice is focused on yoga for a flexible spine in the theme of this week, study and practice. So the only thing you need, if you have, you might like to use your mat as something that you can roll up and place underneath your sit bones. You could even use a pillow, a towel, blanket. We'll begin in a sitting posture today, folding either a towel or pillow or rolling up the mat, placing it underneath the sit bones, bending the knees here, feet hip width distance apart, nice and tall through the spine. We're going to exhale, bend forward, and just begin to release the lower spine, lower lumbar spine. Palms facing up towards the ceiling, allowing the chin to sink in towards the chest. A nice deep breath here, arrive on your mat. Deep, full exhalation. Fill up the belly with breath here. The focus is flexing the toes up towards the ceiling. Active through the feet. Releasing the hip flexors by allowing that breath to sink deep into the lower belly. Notice if you can begin to allow the sound of breath to be louder than the sound of the thoughts. Beginning to slow down. The length of the breath. Extending the length of the exhalation. While simultaneously just allowing gravity to be the natural healer and settling. Allowing us to arrive on our mat today. Arrive in this practice. Filling up the back body with the breath. Allow the neck and head to become heavy. Release any gripping in the legs, knees, hips, inviting that breath into the body. Becoming curious about the sound of the breath. Noticing the oceanic wave of the breath as it enters the body. And in the exhalation, following the crest of the breath as it leaves the form. So noticing in this restorative yin practice, this receptive quality of not striving, allowing yourself to just release allowing gravity to be the neutralizer here. Bringing your awareness back into the legs, arching the toes up towards the head. Bring your awareness into the back as you press the palms into the floor, and then gently pressing up very slowly, pressing the hands, sliding the hands back towards the torso, allowing the head and neck to be the last thing to come up towards the ceiling. Pushing the shoulders up and down and back. Shrugging the shoulders up. Squeezing the shoulder blades together on the back side of the body. Neutralizing. Exhaling the shoulders back down. Beautiful. Notice how you feel. And on the exhale, bring the left hand to the right thigh. Look over behind the right shoulder. Nice and tall up through the body. Taking a gentle counter pose here. Looking over the right shoulder. Notice, can you rotate that right shoulder up and back? You might have a tendency to kind of lean in forward towards the center of the chest. Exhale, release back to neutral. Crisscross the right hand over to the left thigh. Exhale, rotating the left shoulder down and back. Left fingertips behind the body. Nice deep inhalation, and on the exhale, rotate that shoulder down and back, opening up the right side of the neck. And even allowing the gaze to shift as far as possible over towards behind the back. Inhalation, release, fill up the breath, and on the release, exhaling back to neutral spine. And back to center. Beautiful. We'll move off of this pillow and opening up both knees, feet bound together. Nice and tall through the spine here. Inhale the chest up, and on the exhale, releasing the body down towards the legs. Elbows pressing on the inner thighs here. Again, releasing the body forward. Breathing into the back body. Noticing any messages coming from the tight thighs, perhaps from the hip flexors. Use the breath as the balm to really calm down the nervous system here. Inhaling deeply into anywhere in the body that you might feel a plethora of sensation. Perhaps even exhale, breathing out the mouth here. sighing out, releasing. Breathe deep, 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 deep into the lower back, maybe even shifting the weight forward onto the front of the sit bones. Allowing the head and the spine to extend out of the lumbar spine, extending the head towards the toes. And on your next exhale, pressing those elbows into the sides of the thighs, top of the quadriceps or inner thighs here. Beautiful. And then inhale all the way up, slowly releasing the arms off the legs. Coming up to neutral, allowing yourself to breathe into the belly here. And on the exhale, extending the left leg out, dropping the right toe in towards the left thigh. This is where you might grab your pillow or blanket, placing it under or outside of your left thigh. And on the exhale, we're going to extend the left arm forward. Right hand might press into the pillow. Extending the left hand as far as possible over the left toes. And then when you're ready, drawing the left elbow down. Even make a pillow for your head with the left hand on the left side of the forehead or toe. If this feels good for you, you can stay here. Taking a few breaths here. If you feel you'd like a little more, you can extend this right arm out and up. Extending the pinky side of the hand up towards the ceiling to really open up the right side of the chest. Breathe into your side body. While extending out of both sides of the waist. Breathe deep into the lungs, feeling how much space you're creating with the opening in the right side of the lung. The arm is up towards the ceiling. Deep full exhalation. And on the inhalation, one more extension through the hand. Exhale, releasing, sliding the right hand down back behind the ear, over the shoulder, and then using the left hand to press you back up to neutral. Spine back to a stabilized position. Inhale and exhale here. And then shift your weight so that your right foot is pressing into the left thigh. Toes up towards the sky. Drawing your right hand across the left thigh so that the torso is pointing towards the toes this time. You might move your towel, blanket, pillow on top of the thigh here. It's a little support for the lower belly or chest. Perhaps the head if that feels good for you. And then on the exhalation, extending, reaching both hands down towards the feet, towards the left foot. And on the exhale, releasing the front body down over your pillow or towel. Breathe into the back side of the body here. Breathe deep into the belly here. On the exhale, noticing the torso with release and gravity, moves down towards the thigh. Staying passive here, really allowing yourself to stay in this yin or receiving quality. Allowing yourself to stay graceful in the breath, even in the inhalation, even in the exhalation. Letting yourself go here. Perhaps focusing on a 4-count inhalation and a 4-count exhalation. One more breath here. And walking the body and the hands back up towards the midline of the body. Stabilizing yourself here. Beautiful. Move the pillow out of the way. Extending the right leg, drawing the left foot in towards the right thigh. Moving, shifting that pillow, block, blanket, whatever it is that you have. And opening up the right elbow down towards this surface that it can rest on, palm facing down. This might be enough for you here, opening the chest up towards the sky. Or if it feels better, keeping the chest towards the center of the room. Take a deep, full breath here. If you'd like more here, extending the left arm up, tracing up past the jaw, behind the left ear, back of the head, extending the left hand all the way out, reaching up towards the sky, that pinky side of the finger, reaching towards the ceiling, drawing that left arm back, parallel to the ear, breathing into the side body here. Full, even deep breath. Notice if you can release the head, the neck, the jaw. Extending, allowing gravity again to be the healer here. To open up into this flexible sense of the lower, mid, and upper spine. This is a lot on your neck. You could face the eyes down towards the right knee. Releasing the jaw, releasing the upper cervical spine here. One more deep 4-count inhalation. Deep 4-count exhalation. Beautiful. On the exhale, drawing that left hand down and back behind the left ear, tracing the line behind the ear, and pressing the right arm up. Left arm comes down. Right arm slides in. Pull up your pillow, place it on top of your right thigh. Then on the inhalation, reaching that left arm over to touch the top of the right thigh, the side of the right pillow. Inhale nice and tall through the spine, shifting the focus of the spine so that you are facing toe up towards the ceiling. Center of gravity over the right leg. Nice and tall in the inhalation, And on the exhalation, reaching both hands forward towards the toe. And wherever's comfortable for you, allowing the body to rest, relaxing over the right leg. Breathe into the lower back here. Surrendering with each breath. Oxygenating, filling up. Exhaling, releasing. One more deep belly breath here. Maybe even the fingertips might walk another centimeter or so forward. Notice if you can draw the head away from the shoulders so that the ears aren't and shoulders aren't shrugging up towards each other, but creating space between the ear and the shoulder as you press that right heel into the ground. Extending out of the lower lumbar spine again on the exhalation. And on the inhale, gently walking the hands back up towards the midline of the body. Beautiful. Exhale, release the pillow. Coming back to neutral. And then drawing both feet in. Again, grabbing a hold of the outer edges of the shin, toes together, Baddha Konasana, and just down ankle toes. And just butterfly the knees up and down here. Nice and tall through the chest, breathing into the front of the chest. Exhale, releasing and letting go. One more time. Using the breath to really breathe down into the lower belly and exhale, releasing any tension that may have built up in the lower lumbar spine. Just shaking the body here. Releasing the knees. Fantastic. And closing the eyes, coming to a place of stillness. And just notice how you feel. Allowing for any information, sensation, emotion, feeling the body is giving you. Taking it for that information. Move on to the next pose. Releasing the ankles. Coming down onto your back, knees up in the air. Feet a good distance apart. We're going to inhale and draw that right leg up into the air. Crisscross it over the top of the right thigh. The left thigh. Opening the arms out wide to a T position. And then gently walk the feet over towards the right side of the body to straighten out the spine as we exhale and draw the knees down towards the left side of the body in this crisscross position. If this feels like too much for your lower back here, you want to keep both shoulders on the ground. You can just allow the knees to kiss together in just a bent 45-degree angle. If this feels good for you, okay for your lower back, even if the left knee, both knees intertwine in this Garudasana or eagle knee pose, even if the knees just move an inch to the left side, and breathe into the lower belly here. Breathing into the lower pelvis. Fantastic. Palms up towards the sky. Beautiful. And then on the exhalation, drawing the knees back up to center, grabbing hold of the knees, exhaling arms out to the side, and then crisscross the left knee over the top of the right, walking the hips to the left side, and then allowing both knees to drop down towards the right side of the body. Ooh, really feeling this release in the lower spine. you've been doing a lot of walking or moving, or maybe even if you've just been sitting in the chair too much, you might, or sitting in stillness too much from the day job, you might find that, or being too sedentary, you might find that the lower back really gets a big release here. So use the breath to release, and holding the lower lumbar spine. Follow that breath up into the middle of the spine. And then on the exhale, letting it go, drawing the knees back up to center. Exhale, beautiful, releasing the arms down. Bringing the hands up into the center of the forehead, into your final resting Shavasana pose. You might stay here, or with hands in palm center, giving yourself a gentle gratitude for showing up for this healing practice, for the flexible spine, which then leads to a flexible mind. Namaste and Ashe. Blessings on your healing gift.